how much hate mail do you think we're gonna get in the next 2 hours after this portion of the stream?
All
Uh,
the hate mail.
Probably. No matter what we put out, nobody's gonna be
Yeah.
happy. So let's
No.
Didn't
go ahead and.
Excellent.
Didn't you
I
guys say
mean,
that you purposely put people that didn't like each other on the same team?
That
It's pretty much
was
what
our
we did.
goal. Yeah.
no, we're gonna be reading the hate mail in Discord and laughing for the next day or so. It's gonna be great.
So they accept it.
Should we get started?
Yeah,
Want to show the first team?
sounds fine.
All right. So the first team is going to be MB, Swanee, Faraz, JJ, and Tobacco. And for the viewers at home, the little number next to their names is their quota. And that means how many maps they have to play during the season. If they do not have a number, then that means they have no limit on their quota, so they can play every map technically
Out of how many stuck?
out of 60 maps.
Excellent.
What are you guys' thoughts on this team?
Also, another important thing to note is whoever's in the fourth and fifth position, the player in the fourth position, which would be JJ, only gets to play 5 out of 9 maps in the playoffs, and Tobacco would only get to play 4 out of 9 maps in the playoffs. So the way the teams are stacked like that, it really matters. The first 3 players get to play every single map in the playoffs. The fourth spot, 5 out of 9 maps in the playoffs. The fifth spot, 4 out of 9 maps in the playoffs. What do we think about this team, Mike?
Definitely the most sus team by community vote on the board, I think. I think this, just by firepower alone, is probably one of, if not the strongest team. They don't really have any weaknesses. And by that, I mean their fourth and fifth guys are still super strong and could be, a third spot on any team. Swanee is Swanee. He's got probably some of the best rockets in the game. MB has been on fire lately, so this team has a lot of potential.
So this team probably has the best fourth and fifth man combination out of anybody in
I
Division
agree.
One. That's what makes them so dangerous. Maybe they don't have like the heaviest hitters compared to other teams, but as far as five players across the board, probably the strongest.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the next team. Unless you have
I want
something
to
to
say
say
one
so.
thing.
Go ahead.
So, for those that don't know, Swanee and Tobacco are like really good friends. So, they're gonna. I think Tobacco's gonna try 20% harder than anyone has ever seen him try. So, keep that in mind when you guys
Yeah.
face them.
I want to make a comment on that, just so everybody knows the context of all of these teams is that the meta for this tournament is going to change for a lot of teams. Typically we go to certain spots and buy from those spots, but that's not always going to happen. There's going to be a lot more plus back, a lot more unorthodox strategies. So I think this team has a solid rail and LG, and they fare well in that kind of environment.
I think Pharaohs thrives in the plus back rail environment and clutch situation environment as well. A lot of people will probably sleep on him right off the bat, but I think right now he's only at 80% of his max. I think he's going to continue to get better, and when people see him play in Denver, I think they're going to be very surprised what they get.
Plus back pro.
I think we're good to go to the next one, right?
Yeah, we're good. Let's go to the next
Alright.
team.
All right. So here's the team. It is Tiny, Glide, Airbucks, Glinth, Dank Jr., and Cows. What are your thoughts here, Mike?
I think this is the team that a lot of people are going to be most scared of, probably for good reason. You got Tiny and Glide on the same team. They're probably two of the best in the game right now. One-on-one, they can pretty much beat anybody in their spots. So they're going to be a tough team to beat, no matter who you put on your team. So I think this is probably a potential top 2 or 3 team easily. And then you've got, Airbucks and Glinth and Dank and Cows backing them up. It's a top team for sure.
Yeah, it's maybe a top 3 team, but it really all comes down to play styles. And Really comes down to what Airbucks brings to the table. If Airbucks can bring what I know he can bring to the table with his good plus back rail play, I feel like this team will definitely be a top 3 team. It really also depends on if Tank Jr. plays like I know he can.
Yep. I think something to note is Tiny has been wanting to play kind of free flowing styles. I think Glinth will fare very well in that,
Yeah.
as well as Airbucks. So they've got a team that's built for, kind of the meta that we'll be using this season.
1000%. All right, let's go to the next team.
All right, so we got Raul, Hot Mess Express, Ziggy, Cucumber, and Ice 9. I would say this team has like the craziest rockets, probably.
100%. 100%.
Yeah, best rocket team easily.
I think Ziggy is gonna go up in like 20 to even 30% from what you've been seeing in Pugs, especially because he's playing with a lot of his friends. Uh, Cucumber, he's a super solid railer and hit scan user, I would say personally. But what are your guys' thoughts?
I think I agree with the whole rocket thing. Literally, I've seen Ziggy get better in the last week, even playing against him and whatnot.
Yeah,
Cucumber,
by the end
Ice.
of the by the end of the season, Ziggy is going to be crazy good.
I would agree.
The rail on that team, I think, between Hot Mess, Zig, and Cucumber, they are going to thrive no matter what, rockets or rail. It doesn't matter.
A lot of people hear Raul's name and they're like, yeah, he's the best on the team. But in this Raul meta that we're stepping into, I think he's going to be taking notes from Hot Mess, Cucumber, and Zig. Cucumber's plus back rail ability, that makes him 20% better. It makes Zig 20% better. I think it makes Hot Mess better as well. So Raul is just going to have to get on board with what they're doing.
And keep in mind, Hot Mess got a 240 hertz OLED pretty recently, I believe. So, and he's not gonna have 40 ping like last season.
Yeah,
So,
he's going to be good. He's going to be
really
good.
fucking good. So
I would say this team really depends on it. Like I said earlier, if Raul can get on board with the plus back rail strategies and execute them well, which I know he can, then this team will be very dangerous. But if he can't, then it's dead in the water.
the next team when you're ready, I believe. Are we good? Yeah. So this is the Michael team. So Michael, you can talk about your team.
Sure. Well, I like this team. We have let's see, we've got some repeat teammates. Obviously, me and Stoic are on the same team for the 3rd season in a row. I don't know, maybe someone's rigging something there. I don't know. We got Crippa returning on our team. He was a teammate last year. I think Crippa's improved probably like 30% since last season. Fonzie obviously is a tank and probably one of the best players in any Quake Live tournament or setting. And then I think super underrated are Stoic and Twigs. And Stoic will be backing us up with his Madhouse rail skills, which will, I think, in this environment, really up his value. And then Twigs has been grinding like crazy lately, and can match up with a lot of people, and he'll fill a role on our team, probably taking some of the harder matchups, in my opinion.
For sure. So what do you think about the team, Kevin?
I think it's going to be the most methodical team when it comes to strategies. You guys are probably going to put in the most time when it comes into scrims and whatnot. I'm really interested to see what Crippa has in the tank when it comes to the plus back rail strategies. I'm interested to see how Twigs fares in this player pool as well. Twigs is used to playing in these tournaments where the player pool is mixed. When it comes down to playing against nothing but very hardcore opponents, I'm interested to see how he fares, honestly. But I think this team's going to do pretty good. I think Stoic gets like 30% better at plus back rail. I can't really say the same for Twigs and Crippa, so it's going to be interesting is all I got to say.
Some good LGs
Yeah.
on that team too, for sure.
Good point from Word Devil. He said Crippa can't pad trap in this style of play, probably.
Truth. that means he's pretty much dead in the water, in my opinion.
Yeah, by the way. Anyways, I think we can go to the next team.
Yeah, yep.
All right, so we got Torin, Nemesis, Demix, Chalk, and Tenza. My initial thoughts is this team has pretty ridiculous rail across the board. As long as Torin can, reel his guys in. Their LG on that team is actually insane too. What do you guys think?
I think Tenza's the biggest sleeper in Division 1, first of all. I think he's going to be about 70% of his max right out of the gate. If they can actually play some scrims, the more scrims they play, the better he's going to keep getting, to be honest. I would say probably Chalk's in that same boat as well. Chalk has a very high skill ceiling, and I don't know. This team has potential to be top 4 team, but it really depends. This team is either going to be 8th place in Division 1 or they're going to be third or second, probably, in my opinion. It really depends on how much work they put in. Knowing Torin, go ahead.
I said I spoke to Chalk the other day, and he says he's gonna do like 40% better in this tournament than he did on the last tournament.
I believe it.
Yeah, I
what do you
think
Mike?
with I think this actually, looking at the rails between Nemesis, Torin, Tenza, Chalk, I think they might have the strongest rail across the board on that team. And I think Torin, Nemesis are experts at plus back and, adapting to situations. I think Tensa is going to be that player where, when it goes plus back, his stock is going to go up, and he's going to match up with anybody. So I think that team has a lot of potential.
So one thing else I want to say is this is pretty much Purple Cobras but on crack. So I think they're gonna be insane. They already have high chemistry. So any other thoughts, or do you want to go to the next team?
Last thing I would say about this team is notice that their top 3 players get to play. I can't even say top 3 players because I consider Chalk better than Torn, but I would say like their first 3 players. Torn's probably going to be their best player on voice comm, so I think it's necessary that he gets to play every map. Honestly, he's going to be the player putting together strategies most likely. Dimex can chime in with his QuakeCon strategies from 2013. I'm sure he's got a lot to say there. Nemesis as well.
Excellent.
But they get to play unlimited maps to where like other teams only get their best 2 guys to play unlimited. So I think I boost that team up a little bit. It's really all I got to say.
All right, next team. And then we got Namaste, Genesis, Bentley, Lex, and Icelore. What are your initial thoughts here, Mike?
I mean, I think Genesis is probably the biggest up and comer. He's probably in this environment a top 5 player potentially. He probably wouldn't say so. Both him and Nama are very, humble. But Genesis's rockets can match up with anybody. His rail is very good. You got Bentley and Nama, who also have great rockets and rail. And then you got Lex and Icelore, with the, hit scan. And I think that coordination on their team is going to be really good. You got Nama and Lex returning from last season as champions. So they got that championship DNA, I guess, if you want to call it that, which I think matters.
One thing I want to say about this team is, especially on the Denver server, like they're just gonna be super scary because they're pretty much all West Coast or North, so gonna be pretty insane.
That would be the main thing I would say about the team. I don't think they're dropping hardly any maps in the Denver server whatsoever. This season, everybody gets to choose their server for 3 maps, so I think this team is going to choose Denver every single time. I don't see them losing Denver, period. So right out of the gate, they're probably going to be batting at 500 minimum. It's a good team.
It's got the dream combo for Genesis and Nama. All right, but I guess we can go to the next one. And we got KGB's team. Do you want to talk about your team?
Not really. No, I'm kidding. We got Powertrain. Powertrain's somebody that I trained back in 2004. He's a really good player. He has a high potential, but I feel like if he plays with somebody that directs him and shows him what to do, he can be like 30% better. So I feel like he's got a very high skill ceiling. It's just somebody needs to show him how to utilize it correctly. Carnage is Carnage. He's going to do his thing and hit every rocket. So I'm pretty optimistic about my team. I don't think it's the best on the board right off the bat, but I think if I play the right people against the at the right times, I think we can get a 75% win rate probably.
Yeah, I mean, I think you guys have solid rail all around. Pretty good hit scan. I think it's largely going to be dependent on how well Axima and Bubbly can, like, if they're going to play at their optimal potential or if they're just going to, be Bubbly and Axima.
I already have both their families in my basement, so I think
Better
it's
listen
unlocked.
then, right?
Yeah.
I will say for myself, I make a lot of good comms when it comes to teams. So I think I'll bring that to the table as well.
I hope
Yep.
so
Otherwise, I suck.
for your
How are you
sake.
feeling about your team, Carnage?
I mean, I don't know much about Bubbly. I know Axima, I know KGB, and I've played a little bit with Powertrain way back when. So, I mean, I know Kevin and I get along great. I know Chris and I get along. Just want to play and have fun and do the best we can. That's it.
All right.
Better not drop a single map, Carnage, or it's your fault.
It's okay. I'm
Thoughts?
gonna take that 54 and switch it before it's over with.
Okay.
Thoughts, Mike?
Okay.
Thoughts, Mike?
I think that team could be. It will depend a lot on what kind of Axima shows up and how much he wants to invest. If he wants to compete, I think if he does show up and reach his potential, I think that could be one of the scariest teams on the board.
I guess we can go to the last team. We got Snuffles, Pure, MDO, Penguin, and Rusty. So they got a lot of chemistry together. I know that they all enjoy playing together, and they're all really strong players. I think in this tournament, they're that's a pretty fucking solid rail team overall as well, in my opinion. Mm,
I think the fact that their top 3 players get to play every map kind of boosts them up quite a bit once again.
yeah.
It really depends. How well they do is going to depend on how well Rusty adapts to the plus back row meta. Honestly, that's really going to sink or swim that whole team.
I think
That's
they've got a lot to prove, and I think they're willing to, go above and beyond.
I think they're going to surprise some teams. To be honest, I think
I do too.
with their top 3, I mean, all those guys are uh, crazy good at adapting to situations. So I think, yeah, their team will sink or swim with how Penguin and Rusty perform. But I think they've got a really solid top 3.
Yeah, I like the teams personally. I'm sure MB's over there choking right now, but I
Yeah,
think his team is personally pretty good, honestly.
I don't think he understands how strong his team
I
is
I
yet.
I, I think we can hook them up with some Duolingo Spanish lessons, and then those comps are going to be fire.
I mean, to be honest, like look at Tobacco and look at everybody else's 5th man and tell me that Tobacco's not the best. You
Between
can't.
him and Tenza, in my opinion.
Yeah, true.
Tobacco's definitely got the fours experience though.
Yeah. Tenzo's going to be nervous probably, and Tobacco's not. But that Tenzo will shake that off eventually.
I think he will. I think the
So
qualifier was a pretty good experience for him.
Did you guys want to briefly talk about the weapons factory that's going to be used in Thunderdome?
sure. So we're gonna limit in this tournament. We're gonna limit rail to only 12 ammo rail slugs, so that it doesn't end up being like a standoff, and you have to really think about when you're actually gonna be shooting and stuff. We're raising the LG count by 10 ammo, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and
And then
what are-
HMG is non-existent now, as it
you
should
can-
be.
You guys can go ahead and unbind your HMG or
Yeah.
change it to regular
Shout
MB.
out to Moody. Yep, he's already tilted.
Uh,
Yep.
we're also strongly thinking about nerfing grenades down to 12 ammo as well.
Fonzie's wanting 50 more LG ammo. No surprise there.
Do you guys want to talk about the 3 special weeks that we're going to have, weeks 3, 6, and 9?
Yeah, you can handle that, Mike.
Yeah, so the 3 weeks we're not going to have any rail whatsoever. So all the maps during those weeks will be played without rail. So probably nerfs players like me and maybe Swanee, but I'm actually looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
You'll be tested for using rail too.
Yeah, I'm gonna be sitting there just not
It's gonna be
firing any
mischief.
weapons because I'm gonna be hitting my rail key and it's not gonna be doing anything. So
Yep. So it's gonna boost the teams that are more used to the standard style, I would say. But make sure you guys go ahead and follow the stream. Keep following the stream for the off matches and stuff. And what else do we want to say? Do we want to
we
say
had
when we're gonna announce? Go ahead.
we had one request for how servers are going to be picked. So servers are going to be picked by home and away. So um, basically, every team will pick their home server for a match. They'll play 3 maps in that server, and then the other team will pick the server to play their 3 maps. So it'll be a split.
No matter what the pings are.
Right. No more averaging of pings or spending 45 minutes before the match to pick the servers.
Yeah, tired of people shooting around in a server, trying 8 different servers just to decide that it's not fair anyway.
Yep. So
and the only servers that are going to be available to pick are going to be Denver, Texas, and Chicago.
yeah, so for those Div 2 players that are curious, we're gonna be announcing your teams pretty soon. We just have to place Wooderman and we have to find a replacement for a recent drop. So they'll be announced pretty soon.
Then we had 2 people drop 2 days before we were going to announce teams, so we got to fix Division 2 before we post it, which will be sometime in the next 72 hours probably.
Anything else you guys want to cover?
JJ's asking if he can be in Division 2.
I mean, if he wants to play both.
Request denied.
Request denied. You heard it here first.
Nice try, nerd.
Skinner says he's available for the thing.
Oh, I think we got the grudge match. If we want to hop in a server real quick, we got Plungus against Skinner to kind of close it out here. I think they're playing for $20 once again.
I think y'all did really good. Good job.
You could stream that real quick, Boffin? It won't take long. Yeah, sure. I'll message you.
I just went to Discord and I have 58 messages stuck.
I bet.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do.
20 of them are from MB.
Yep.
He says, "How am I going to learn Spanish in 2 weeks?" I don't know, bud. Get a dictionary or something. Google Translate.
Well, what we did was we basically compiled all of the accusations against certain players, and then we teamed those players up together. So
True. I like it.
that definitely favored or factored into the decision.
Would you say my team is the biggest meme team of all time, plus Carnage?
I mean, I think any team with Bubbly is automatically the top meme team. I mean, he's literally a face on a jump pad in a qualifier map. You can't really get more memed than that. So
True. We're going back to the Texas 2 server, correct?
I don't know if we're in Texas.
We're in
though.
KGB Chai.
Okay,
Alright.
I'm on the way.
I don't know if oh, wait a second.
Can somebody drop Plungus the IP, please?
Sure, I'll message him. Oops.
Hacks detected. Uploading IP and Steam ID to VAC.
Yeah, I'm messaging you. One
So if you
second.
just jump in Quake and then type connect and then the IP that I sent you, Boffin, you'll be able to join.
Alright, Boffin's here. We got Plungus, we got Skinner. Rofo loaded. I guess you guys can start whenever you want.
Does Plungus understand how this works?
I have no idea.
He's about to. You want to explain it to him? I think he's finding out. We playing for $20?
Prepare your team.
Oh, we got F3s already.
Sweet. We'll start off on Skinner.
Skinner. The king of one-to-one rockets.
He's charging up already.
Round begins in
I don't think Plungus knows what he's in for, Mike. What do you think?
No.
Skinner said he had too many CBD gummies already, though.
Plungus has the kind of the autistic rockets to compete here, though, I think. Where you just kind of fling your mouse and hope for the best.
Right. He's pretty good at hitting them, though. Seems like he's wasting Skinner's ammo. That's the strategy for sure. Well, this will be it for us tonight, guys. Division 2 probably won't be posted or announced. There's a chance we might get it out in the next hour, but just be looking for it in the Discord, though. We still have to work Wooderman into the Division 2 bracket, or the teams, if you want to say that.
Yeah.
So be looking for that in the next hour, and we'll probably have it out, most likely.
Dang.
We wanted to post it with the Division 1 teams, but we had 2 people drop yesterday, right before the deadline.
Yep. Happens. Better before the deadline than after, I guess.
And instead of only taking 1 person from today's qualifier, we took 2, the 2 people that played in the championship. So Z1 gets in anyway.
Yeah, I think the qualifier revealed a lot of very worthy players, even the ones who didn't necessarily win. Got him. Yeah, I think Plungus is gonna download him.
Round begins in 3, 2, 1.
So is there a history to this grudge match? Did I miss something?
Oh, so a lot of people suggested it, so I decided to kind of go with it.
Oh.
I would like to see Cal's and Effortless LG fighting.
Oh, that would be a good one.
Figure we'll only do 1 map tonight because we got to get working on these this Division 2 teams. That way we can get them out in the next hour. People saying Plungus is terrible on stream
Round begins in
in Twitch chat.
2, 1.
Skinner, the defender of the
$20.
1v1 Rockets. Tournament
Yep.
defender of the money. We did get $300 today,
Awesome.
if you include my matching money. $100 from Weird Devil, 150 from Doc. And I think Focus is going to donate here in a second, actually.
Thanks, Focus.
I mean, even if it's 20 bucks, I mean, I'm matching that with 20 as well, so.
The round.
Oh.
Accuracy.
Skinner almost ran out.
I'm curious to see how Skinner does in the plus back rail environment. I'm a little bit worried for him. What do you think, Mike?
I agree. It'll really
think-
depend on how his team wants to play and where they put him.
I would probably say they need to play him on certain maps strategically, and they need to play him on the weeks where there's no railgun.
Yep, I would definitely agree with that. I think even with rail strats, I think there's still a place for people to plus forward rocket to kind of initiate an attack. I think there's definitely a place for that.
Looks like Plungus's arm is already tired.
Yeah, he's done.
2.
Skinner, I seen Skinner play this one time for 10 hours straight. And I asked him, I was like, are you tired? And he said, do you want to play one? That's what he said to me. I said, no, it makes me tired looking at it. Also, if Skinner takes the $20, might kick him out of the tournament, all right?
The round. Accuracy.
Damn,
I can do that.
Thought Plung would actually be pretty good at this, dude.
Round begins in.
His rockets are pretty deadly. I think he's just good at doubling, Mike. I don't think he's a rocket god like Skinner.
Right.
Whoever suggested this matchup, I'm probably going to find them and penalize them, ban them from the first 2 weeks of Thunderdome, probably.
I'll be
Dang.
right back.
Skinner hitting some nice shots.
Hey, don't go anywhere after this, Mike. We gotta fix this Division 2 board.
Yep.
Shouldn't take very long.
Plungus wearing him down. Oh, wow.
Oh shit! Oh damn! Still some life left in Plungus.
Are we gonna see a Tenza come back?
He wants this $20 so he can go to Taco Bell tonight. Otherwise, he might not eat.
1.
We might see a Tenza comeback. I think Plungus is starting to get like a second wind. I think I could actually beat Skinner on this map, to be honest. Even though my rockets are dog shit. Maybe I should play Skinner on this and say if he loses, he has to put $20 in the pot.
Not tonight. We gotta do shit.
Yeah, I know we got stuff to do. Say one more time, you're very low
Oh,
volume.
we follow the stream.
Oh yeah, please follow the stream, guys. This is the stream we're going to be using only when Mr. Grimm is not streaming, or if Mr. Grimm is streaming another match, we'll be using this.
Red wins the round.
Damn.
Humiliation. Round begins in 3, 2, 1.
Skinner missing way too many air rockets. Oh. Oh.
Damn.
Accuracy.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
Round begins in 3, 2, 1.
Yeah. It's all good. Just kind of for fun.
It's not for fun, it's for blood, Mike. It's also for $20.
I think blood is fun.
True.
Gonna watch Skinner play with his prey.
Blue wins the round. Accuracy.
Sounds good.
Sure.
Round begins in 3, 2, 1.
Yep. Stoic might have a channel for the team specifically. I'd have to go back and check. Yeah, we can definitely post it in the announcements. Oh.
I think making Skinner run out of ammo is the strategy, honestly.
Accuracy.
Apparently not.
I'll be right
3
back.
the spare.
Shit's super fun.
Round begins in 3, 2, 1.
All right. Dang, he made it all the way 8 rounds in. Impressive. Oh, Skinner's. Oh, what?
Accuracy.
Damn.
About to say Skinner downloaded him, but
Is this where Plungus starts his comeback?
This is the
I think
Tenza
so.
comeback right here, dude.
3.
I think the number one mistake that Plungus is making here is letting Skinner charge up in the middle.
Yeah, 100%. You never do that.
see, I let
Oh!
Skinner charge up because I wanted to fight him at full power.
Yeah, but Plungus is like half as good as you, Mike, so.
I run out of rockets.
I would just rocket jump in the air and force Skinner to try to hit the air rocket. And then make him waste 2 rockets to my 1, and then eventually he'll run out.
Yeah, that's what's happening already. Oh, he's one away.
Now Skinner still has
Slow
a lot of
down.
rockets.
They're about the same.
I think they're getting tired now. It's a game of fatigue.
I'm getting
Yeah.
tired.
See, like the way I play naturally, I already go for direct, because I'm a weirdo. So like this is kind of suitable for me for some reason.
Fight.
Oh, we know.
Yeah, well, maybe we'll run this year's rocket tournament like this.
Yeah, why not? Give Tiny a little bit more of a challenge.
Yeah.
I don't know, like I think that would be too much fatigue. After you play 4 of these, I'm thinking it's
Yeah.
a little
Like a lot of map. It might be a little bit much.
bit much. Unless you played a 5, you know.
GG. Alright, so we're gonna show the congratulations, Skinner. You can do with your $20 whatever you want. If you want to put it in the pot, that'd be awesome. But if not, enjoy. So I guess we're gonna go look at the board one more time. The Div
Yeah,
1
let's
thing.
do it.
All right.
Torrance says he's going to go with the same team name as last year, Purple Cobras.
That's
Yep.
what he messaged me.
Sweet.
Yeah, so for those still around, please follow the stream. You're going to get future updates and side streams here. And yeah, thanks for staying.
Excellent.
Look forward to it. Any closing words?
I really don't have anything else to say about Division One personally, except you know, a lot of the people that are like crying about their team. Honestly, if you put in some work with some of these players, they'd be really good. Like a lot of people sit there and see like, you know, oh, these players are not really the best. It's like so many people are thinking about pugs like, oh, these players aren't the best in pugs, but a lot of these players are like 30% better at plus back rel, and a lot of people are just thinking two-dimensional.
Yep.
Yeah, I think honestly, like with the Div 1 board the way it is, it's not going to come down to, you know, who has better aim. It's going to come down to whichever team has the most effective scrims and coordinates the best on voice. Like that's who's going to win. It's not really who's better on paper.
Yeah, honestly. And also who doesn't fold under pressure as well.
Yep.
I think that's good.
And also anybody that wants Division 2 teams, they'll probably be posted up in a new tab in Discord in about 30 minutes to an hour. So look for that.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Over and out.
Over and out.